and welcome to a very special post-season show with one of your guys' favorites, Jessica. We have so much to get to on this show, but first, let me let you guys know if you've missed any of our past shows back, you can watch them back on our website, yourrealityrecaps.com/BB21. Shows with people like Nicole, Sam, Kemi, Cliff, they're all there. Just go watch them. You can also watch our daily live feed update shows and see what you missed from the entire season. If you want more information on anything that happened, we have all the clips, everything there, and not just for this season of Big Brother, for like the past 12 seasons of Big Brother. We also are covering Amazing Race, Survivor, Bravo shows. Just click around our website and check out all of our content. We know that you will love it. Now, you guys are watching live in TVco, so make sure you follow us here. We are also live doing Survivor recap shows here on TVco, The Challenge, Bravo, so make sure that you're following us here so that you get alerted when we go live. Of course, we do the Big Brother house guest shows over on YouNow, so make sure you become a fan there as well to get alerted when we go live. Both of those places are where we do our shows live, where you can interact with chat live, and then they post everywhere after. If you are watching them someplace after, like YouTube, make sure you thumbs up and subscribe, comment below, hit the bell so you're alerted when a new video posts. 5-star rating and a nice review is really appreciated, as is just sharing our stuff on social media. Sharing helps us so much. We can never thank you enough. It's a great way to help support us for free. And yes, speaking of TVco, the Survivor shows are, someone was asking, on Thursday nights at 7 p.m. And seriously, if there's only one that you watch, go watch the week 3 recap that Comedy Jonah, John Richardson, and I did. I will actually link it at the end of this video so that you can just click on it and go there. Oh, it's probably, I think I might have peed myself, I laughed so hard. Finally, you guys, if you want to help financially support our shows, become a patron. Patrons get access to the patron-only Facebook group, prize giveaways, weekly shows, of course, the after shows with the house guests, like the one we'll be doing with Jessica, John, Comedy Jonah's cooking show, weekly meal kit giveaways, so much in the patron group. It's a great way to help support our shows. You could also do a one-time donation over at yourrealityrecaps.com/PayPal. Just, I guess, I forgot what I was going to say. Think of it as a tip. That's not what I was going to say. Whatever, it's just great financial ways to help support our shows. I got it. You can also use our link, yourrealityrecaps.com/Amazon. If you have any Amazon shopping to do, you don't pay anymore, and it really helps support our shows. I'm going to stop getting tongue-tied and bring in the lady that you all want to hear from. It's Jessica! How are you doing, Jessica?
I am a little hungover, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh.
I've been celebrating, it's the beginning of my birthday weekend. My birthday's on Monday, so it's party time. I'm feeling good. I'm at home and with family.
So you are one of these people, Jessica. You are one of the, it's my birthday week, it's my birthday month, it's my Oh,
yes, absolutely. Celebrate myself the whole month, the whole absolute month.
Interesting. Well, for starters, the entire chat room is saying, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, Jessica. So they are loving it. Let me again remind the chat room, now you guys can hit the 3 little dots up top, share the show, let everybody know that we are live. Of course, you can leave your questions for Jessica in the chat room. We have people collecting them, or you can tweet me them with hashtag #YRLive, and I can pull them right up for all of us. First, Jessica, I feel like we have to get into one of what I think was my favorite moment of you from this season. Do you have any guesses of what the favorite moment could be?
A banishment?
No. See, I thought you were going to say...
It's a sarcastic joke.
Yay!
You see what I did there?
I saw what you did. Okay, so no, not banishment. No other guesses?
I'm assuming what a lot of people have told me is my HOH and the Jack
Yes.
The Jack eviction party?
Well, not necessarily. See, I honestly thought that you were going to say the HOH. I know a lot of people love, not the HOH, but the fall. But we're going to get there. We're going to get to the fall.
Oh, that too. Yeah,
but
I had a lot of moments, I guess.
You did have a lot of moments, and I know so many of us were here for you, especially coming off a Cliff week where, God love Cliff, but Cliff did not pull the trigger, and so many of us were just like, here comes Jessica, and you were sitting on that bed, and you were giving that speech to them, and you were rallying the troops, and you're like, we're going after them. We're going after them. And I just think so many comments and so much of what I have seen from people, even before we started collecting stuff, was make sure Jessica knows how much we loved her in that moment. And I think I even tweeted out like, oh, Jessica, completing the job that Cliff couldn't. So,
and I know, and I actually told him that too. I don't know if anybody saw that in the feeds. I was just like, I'm just completing what Cliff could not, and it was not at all a diss on him. It was just, yeah, that was a rough week, especially with powers in play and people playing it safe. And I get it because I played safe for the first few weeks. You know.
Was playing safe for you the first few weeks, was that a strategy? Because a lot of people do use that as strategy, and I think it's a very smart strategy.
Was. So here was my thing. I was planning on laying low. That was one of my strategies going into the house. And then because I am the person I am, raised my hand to be camp director and then automatically said, shit, I just put a target on my back. And obviously I did because I got banished and then came back and then was on the block the following 2 weeks.
Right.
So I had to do a lot of backtracking and I had to really lay low and stay safe and not say anything that would have gotten me evicted. So yeah, I wasted about 4 weeks in that house, just laying low, trying not to make too many comments, and which is why you have all the memes of Jessica looking sideways and doing that and the other, because I'm like, really?
Jessica, this is why we will be best friends. Because we both have faces that cannot hide what we're thinking.
I know, I have no poker face.
I don't know how to not have an expressive face, and it has gotten me in a lot of trouble. So, I mean, I am with you on.
I'm with that.
I am with you on that one. Now, speaking of your game, although wait, the one thing that I saw people in chat saying was, you know, and like I said, that is a good strategy. Lying low until jury, there really is. And I know as feed watchers, we don't necessarily love it. We want the drama. We want the fun feeds. But there really is no point playing until jury. Like, the less of a target that you can have, be furniture. Like, let people call you furniture. Because...
I mean, look, you have people like Evil Dick coming at his daughter for making a move too early in the game. And that's exactly what I did not want to do. I did not want to start a mess, create chaos. I knew I was going to be a target going in. I'm a minority. I'm like a triple minority, you know, like I'm, you know, Hispanic, I'm plus size, I'm a woman. These are all not very big, you know, they're things that get you evicted.
Yeah. So, I mean, so do you think that was a reason that targeted you? I mean, obviously you're aware that, you know, a lot of the conversation around this season is that, you know, there were racist comments made and that was the pre-jury targeted because they were people of color and all of those things. How do you feel about all of that being part of what people are talking about when it comes to your season?
Look, I've had quite a few conversations with Kemi about how it was going to look to the public. And it's hard for you not to go there. But at the same time, I'm not in those people's heads and I'm not, I can't speak for them. Right. I've encountered those biases one too many times in my life. I encountered biases in the house. I'm not going to lie. Some of my house guests encountered more.
Right.
But again, you know, I don't necessarily think that I just think it could be due to just um, a bias due to just complete ignorance or not being around those people. It's like, I can't.
Well, let me put it to you this way. Do you feel like you were the victim of that from anybody specifically this season? And if so, like, is it anything that you've been able to work out with them postseason?
No, you know what? The issue that I had more so in the house were people in the beginning not keeping their word, and I don't know if it showed. I haven't watched an episode.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know how things were, edited or anything like that, but I
Mhm.
can only speak on my experience. Um, this was before, there's a whole week before live feeds go up, and there's a lot of talk. Um, and Mickey promised to keep all four of us safe.
Mhm.
And I don't know if that was shown. Uh, and I was more so upset at him not keeping his word. And not only later did I start looking and seeing this weird bias, but
Right.
cultural difference. I mean, cultural differences are a thing,
Yeah.
So
Okay, I want to take a question from Destinies, who wants to know, now speaking about what we were talking about in the beginning in your HOH week, do you regret getting out Jack over Jackson in that week? Do you think that things would have gone differently?
I I've thought about that plenty of times, and no, I don't, because at that point in time, even though Mickey had done me wrong a little bit, I still had a better working relationship with him.
Mm-hmm.
And Jack was really the only thing that was getting in my way to kind of have a stronger relationship with Tommy and Christy and Sis. So it it could have gone many ways. I've thought about this. I thought, well, if Jack would have come up with, a deal with me, if he would have done A, B, and C, would I have done it? No, probably not.
Okay. Dylan wants to know if you, Dylan78 wants to know if you would have survived the block the week that Jackson put you up. Do you think that you would have been able to make it to the end, and how would you have maneuvered to get there?
Well, that would be great. Yes, I think we would have gone pretty far, definitely till 4.
Mm-hmm.
Because let's look at it. Nicole won. Nicole won, so we could have put up Mickey. We could have definitely been a 5. We could have taken out Holly, and I do believe that Tommy and Christy wanted to take out Jackson. I just I don't believe how somebody would want to keep a showmance in the house. Like me keeping Jackson during, the whole debacle of Jack or Jackson, I didn't really care who left.
Right.
Either of them would have been good. I needed an alpha male to go home.
Mm-hmm.
I was scared that Jack leaving was going to have Nick kind of try to complete the 6 to 7, whatever the hell it was at that point. But I didn't think that he was going to smooth sail his way,
Right.
all the way to the top. I really thought someone was going to take a shot at him.
Now, so did that at all affect your decision on who to vote for in the end? Or more specifically, let me put it to you this way, because I know a lot of people are wondering this. We saw when you left the house, you were very much like, I don't think that Nicole's doing anything in this game. But then you got to jury, and you were like, oh God, Nicole's doing a lot in this game. Or that was on the edit. If you haven't seen it, that's what the edit was. If it was Nicole versus Jackson in the end, who would have gotten your vote is what I'm seeing a lot of people asking.
Here's the thing. I think that, how would I put this? I think it would have come down to the questions, and questions are really the reason why I chose Holly over Mickey in the first place. It's not because she's a girl. It's not because, I get it. I'm woman empowerment. Yay. But at the same time, I wanted to be a very I know I didn't want to be an emotional player. I wanted to give credit where credit was due.
Right.
I really thought, and this wasn't me saying that Nicole is a mole, and I know that there was a whole bunch of stuff, but she had a lot of information. She was flying under the radar, and I didn't know if she was giving everybody all this information on purpose, or if she was just trying to be a good person, you know? And sometimes I felt like, you're giving me this because you want to screw my game up. And then at another point, he's like, no, but she's such a good friend. I love her so much. And this is what the game does to you.
Right.
It screws with your head.
Yeah.
And it's not that I did not know anything.
Right.
I know I say, I know nothing.
I know
but
nothing.
A lot of people say they know nothing.
Right.
How stupid would it be for me to say, I know everything,
That's
and
true.
now target me and take me out? I knew a little too much of what was going on, and I was just kind of like, okay, and listening to your side of the story, your side of the story, your side of the story. So after jury, I just kind of like, wait, what if she's like this complete mastermind?
Right.
You know? She told Nick my stuff. Nick told, I found out she told Nick about me.
Yeah.
And then she told me about Nick.
Yeah.
What's the story here? How are you doing this?
I think the thing that was frustrating for fans is that maybe we didn't understand what was going on in your game. Just from the fact that you had the epic week of what we all wanted. Like, fans were like, go after Jack. Go. Why will nobody do this? And
I was so upset about that too. And
then you got in there and you did it. But then as soon as it was over, it was almost like we didn't see like building blocks of how you were going to push it forward. You had like such a big move and you rallied everybody together. But then just from our perspective, it kind of seemed like it fell apart then a little bit the following week. So, I mean, do you just feel it was that you couldn't like get a grasp on them anymore? Or was it people going their own way? Why do you think that kind of fell apart a little bit after?
And thank you for even saying that, Eric, because the thing is that is probably one of my biggest regrets in the game is not expressing to the public what my process was. A lot of people say, oh, was she just left through the game? She was just floating. I totally was not. I promise you, was not. And if it came off that way, then bad edit. You can blame edits, whatever. Yeah. I mean, I did explain a lot of my process in the diary room. I don't know what. but there's also things. I don't know. I feel that after my HOH and Tommy won, I was uncertain because Tommy, for me, was a wild card. Right. He loved everybody. Like, everybody's perfect. So, and God bless him, I love him to death. Yeah. Everybody's perfect. So now, who is he going to put up? What is he going to do? And when he put up both Cliff and Kat, who are directly tied to me, and he knows this, that's a little hard to swallow.
Right.
And at that point, I knew that Nicole was closer to Cliff. I knew that Kat, like, they wanted Mickey and Holly out. I knew the connection there.
Right.
I just really would have, it's just hard. And now finding out that you have another alliance forming that has you out of that process, then, you go a little, you get sad, and then you get discouraged, and then everybody who I want to align with is like on the block the next week, and then the following week, and then the following week, and
no, I get it. That completely makes sense. I saw a lot of people saying, I'm going to take it from Bernie Boy in chat wants to know, who do you think played the best game before the final three? And who would you have wanted to be in your final three? So if you, maybe it is the same answer for both.
Who did I look? In all honesty, Cliff was was high up there. I love Cliff to death, regardless of his dealing ways, but he played, to me, I feel like he played a great clean game. He was a
He
man of
did.
his word for the most part, until he just couldn't be.
Right. Well, that's Big Brother.
And I really wanted to see him up there, and I would have taken him. And gosh, this is so hard. I wanted the Cliff Angels to be part of the Final Four. Those were really my people. They were. And kill me for saying that I was incredibly loyal to each and every one of them. And a lot of people can say different with Nicole. It's just that, you know, Nicole and I have a lot of history. History from Black Widows, and me not understanding her process. She is amazing, and she's a way better person than I am.
Right.
In regard to just forgiving and forgetting and befriending. And I couldn't do that. I had a little pettiness in my game, you know?
Okay, well then, how about not in the game then? I see a lot of people asking, has your opinion on anyone changed since leaving the house?
Ooh, that's a good one. No, actually, my opinion of people. I have a lot of opinions of people, you know, and that's why I kept on saying, like, I don't know what to say, because, like, I can't say anything nice right now. But, no, actually, my opinions of absolutely everybody are the same opinions I've had. Yeah. Those are just the people that I wanted to play with.
Right.
And
okay. No.
I don't know. Is that a good answer? Because I know I'm kind of beating around the bush, but
no, I think it is totally fine answer. Serendipity 2760 wants to know, is there anything now that you're out of the house that you were shocked to learn? So not people-wise or anything like that, but was there any things that happened in the game that you were like, wow, I really was completely wrong about that?
I think it was Nicole.
So just you were wrong about Nicole.
I was completely wrong about Nicole. On a friendship basis, I loved her. And she was like one of my closest in the house. She was one of my closest friends. But I felt like, oh, is she doing this on purpose? Is this her gameplay? And then I realized, holy crap, she is just a genuinely nice person. And that threw me. That threw me. And
right.
I was like, thank God you're such a nice person, because I want to be friends with you forever. But, and the whole Tommy and Christy actually knowing each other, you know, so I knew they were best friends. I knew they got really close, but I don't think I would have ever pegged them for knowing each other.
Interesting. Now, I feel like Lisa D. Ginger Snaps kind of is saying, her question is kind of like what I think you were just getting at. She says, Jessica, in the house, your speech patterns were different. You did slow down to get to the point or use like a lot, but we saw that as totally different from when you're speaking normally, or I guess when we saw you pre-season and stuff. Was this because you were being cautious of what you were saying in the game and or worried about how it would affect you?
Absolutely, 1,000%. My family, when I came home, were so upset with me because they're like, this is not the Jessica that we know. What was going on? It was something that I wanted to be very careful. I feel like I'm the only person who knew that there were cameras on me. There were a lot of there were no filters. I got to hear a lot of crazy conversations in that house that blew me back. I'm like, you guys, the cameras are on. What in the world are you saying? But before the live feeds, I realized really quickly that word there spread like wildfire. It was insane, the amount of tattletales that were in that house. Shame on you guys for not keeping a damn secret. It was so upsetting that I needed, when I was talking to people, I needed to take a moment and realize how I was going to say something so that it wouldn't go into that telephone of
Right.
BS. That a lot happened.
But you were a fan since season 10, so you have to know that's Big Brother.
No, well, I've been a season since 10, yes. However, I have never watched a live feed. So whatever, I'm just watching.
You're believing the edit.
Yeah, I'm watching edits, and I did not realize how different that was.
Yeah.
So many. Bad.
So
it's like, who am I going to talk to right now? I can't even say anything. I want to be politically correct because that's just the person I am. I really am a genuinely nice person. I love a lot of people, but and I don't like a lot of people. However, I'm still going to keep it cordial, and that's always been me. And I'm not going to, kick someone down while they're low. It's just not my thing. So I tried really hard to not get involved in a lot of the drama that happened this year. I wanted things to be civil. Right. I didn't want to be the girl that pops off from Chicago, the Latina who just like, I get for the club. I don't know.
I don't get, because I don't know what it would be like to play the game feeling like I needed to represent a culture or any, so I can't imagine what that stress would be like, but I do want you to know, I want to take this from Annie, who says, over in Twitter, I want to say that you are beautiful and an inspiration to all the girls out there that are just like you, average size in my opinion. I mean, a lot of us loved me all the time, even when I was like, oh, I'm not sure what Jessica's doing in the game, and I don't really know. I always would say, like, I love everything that Jessica stands for, like the women power and like getting the girls together. All I ever want every season, and this is completely my prejudice, I always want a girl to win. I'm sick of the guys always winning Big Brother. I don't even care. I will root, unless it's a gay, I will root against the guys every single time. Like, I want the women because I think the women get they have a lot of unfair advantages or things against them in the game that I feel like the guys get favored more for. So, I mean, I loved that about you in the game, and I just hope that even if you feel like there were times or things that were negative, that you also know you were really inspirational to a lot of people that watched you play this game.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I mean, it was like I came in there with a lot of things that I wanted to accomplish aside from the $500,000. I do want the $500,000. Did I? Did I want the $500,000? Yeah. Who doesn't? But I also came in saying, wait, like I'm an average size woman. You're right. The average size is a size 16. I wanted to be that representation. Did I know that did I think I was going to win every comp? Absolutely not. I just wanted the chance to play in it. I wanted to say we deserve the chance to fall off a damn wall and scream like a like a crazy, for however.
You invoked it, Jessica. You invoked
the right to do that. Yes.
I mean,
laughs. I love it. If I could do that.
That what we all did, we did obviously find that funny. And I'm sure you found it funny. Well, maybe not, because maybe that hurt. I don't know. But I mean, that edit of Big Brother, I know you said you haven't seen it yet, but I like when there are just moments that we can laugh about Big Brother, especially in a season that is so, not a lot to laugh about certain things. I saw some people said, Heather, you said you haven't watched any of the show back yet, but has your daughter seen any of the shows?
She has. She definitely has. My husband has been watching live feeds. I'm sure people already knew that.
Oh, we loved when he went for Jack. Oh, he went for Jack, and Twitter had his back.
Ooh, I didn't know. You know what? My daughter did watch a lot of that, and we still have yet to really kind of dive deep into my thought process on that too. So I'll be watching some of that back with her. She had her favorites. She had her, not so favorites. And I'm excited. I'm excited to kind of go in through the game. I just want to talk more about my process in the house, how hard it was. And it was a tough season.
Yeah. Just let me take a question from Roxy Ware. You actually got this from a ton of people, so I kind of want to get it out of the way so that maybe people will stop asking. No, I'm kidding. You guys can ask. You got it from a ton, but I don't know if you're allowed to talk about it, and I forgot to ask you before, so I'm just going to ask it, and you're allowed to plead the fifth. When is your episode of Bold and the Beautiful going to air?
Hey. I can totally tell you all. It's going to be aired on October 23rd.
Okay.
I am a social media executive, and I named Monica. I call her Monica, but yeah. Monica.
I love it. Okay, so that is good to know. Lost in Concruise says, you were all about body positivity and presenting yourself as a strong woman. Was there any point in the game where you, though, felt any insecurities creeping into your mind?
Definitely. Just because I'm a strong, confident woman does not mean that I don't have my moments. Everybody has their moments, and you kind of just take it with a grain of salt. I really try hard not to bash myself when I'm low. Like, sometimes you wake up and it's just not your day. You're not feeling it. Those moments happen. My thought process is I would never talk to myself in a way that I wouldn't talk to a person that I loved, and that's that. I'm different. I look different than most of the cast. I look different in a bikini than all of the cast. I was literally the biggest person, and I'm not saying girl, I'm saying person. I asked everybody their weight. I weigh more than Cliff. Right. And I'm not ashamed to say that. And it is who I am, and nobody's going to shame me for it. I'm a proud and confident person. Every part about me. And about everybody else, and you, and you.
Exactly. And and I think, seriously, that came across. I know one of my favorite things that you wore was when they did the fashion model show. Ooh. And you did the dance, Jessica. I literally, somebody was like, oh my God, because we would do daily live feed update shows here on TV Co every day. Everyone's like, Eric, you should do the Jessica dance on the show. And I'm like, all right, I got this. And I watched your dance, and I literally tried to do it 2 times, and I was like, I'm done. I'm out of breath. This is not happening, everyone. I apparently have no energy at all, and I can't do it. So I was very impressed by it. Those are the moments I think that a lot of us loved watching on the feeds of you. You really did bring a lot of fun to moments that were happening in the house like that. And again, I just think you were very inspirational to a lot of people who might be feeling down on themselves for whatever reason. You always were there to pick people up during the season.
Thank you.
Lake Effect Plans wants to know, did you listen to any Big Brother podcasts before going into the house? Or did you do any research? Did you go and watch YouTube videos and stuff like that? No.
No. No. I just went literally off the 10 seasons that I've watched.
Oh,
literally.
Okay, well, next time we're going to coach you.
Well, at least I've been watching 10 seasons.
No, it's true.
No shade, but there are people there that just no.
I will never understand. I will never understand the people that get this 1 in 16 chance and do no research or like, oh, I just got cast on a reality TV show. Sounds great. I'll be there. Bye. Like, not going to try to learn anything about it before you go in. But yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Do you think, and a lot of people were asking this too, do you think that being upfront about wanting to vote the guys out hurt your game at all? Because it was
Here's
something
the thing, I don't remember saying that. And I did. Did I?
You did.
Did I? You did. To a girl. I didn't say like...
Correct. You did say it to the girls, but I'm trying to think which girl. I'm sure Chad can tell me. One of the girls clearly put it back to Jack or Jackson. It was Bella.
It was Bella. I knew it was Bella.
Okay, so then...
Oh, yeah.
That is obviously how then it got back, so yeah. So then once
yeah.
Bella.
That girl was trouble. Trouble. She's an amazing, individual. But
in the game.
That girl, reckless. I don't know if my conversation with her made air about how she was playing too hard too soon, and I knew that from there on, I was her target. Or I don't know if I was her target, but I knew she definitely wanted me to go quite fast.
I see Chad is saying Kat too. Kat also was one who brought it back to the guys. I mean, it's so hard. And I get what you're saying. It's if you never watch the live feeds, you just believe what the edit says. And I mean, now you know, or you'll know when you watch this season back, that it is not, I know everyone thinks Big Brother is a competition show. It is not. It's a reality TV show, and they are making storylines for people to keep tuning in to watch. It doesn't have to be based on fact. So, so many people just don't realize that it's a competition. It's a reality TV show disguised as a competition show. So if you don't know all of the inner workings, then yeah, that's going to be a difficult way to try and get through. Now, a lot of people want to know, I'm going to take it from Curtis. What are your thoughts of the HOH room shower stool?
Absolutely disgusting.
Did you touch it?
Huh?
He said, did you ever touch it? Did you come in contact with it? Have you been tested?
Unfortunately, I have been, because I've been HOH, so I had to remove it out of the shower.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that was just disgusting. And I mean, I talked to... I know what they've done with that stool. A little...
Everyone knows. Everyone knows.
Yeah. There were definite conversations about that shower stool.
I would have been like, hello, I'm HOH. Would you like to be on the block? No? Then you need to go collect your shower stool. Yeah, you're going to collect it.
I was like, they're not going to use this week, at least for a week.
No. If you had the opportunity to be on any other season of Big Brother, which season would you want to be on and why?
Oh, gosh, you know what? I would probably say 16.
Why?
I love 16. Well, because I love Nicole, because I love Derek, because as people, sure. I feel like maybe I was hoping maybe I'd get along better with that cast. I'd have more in common with that cast. There was a little bit more of a balance of people in that cast.
I mean, some people would say that Derek just ate that cast alive and that nobody knew what was really going on other than Derek, but... Then
there you go. Then I would be the second person that knew more.
Yeah. How... Lori wants to know, we're all saying what we thought about your game. How do you feel you played the game? Is there any one specific thing that you would do different? And would you play it again? It's kind of a mix of a lot of people's questions, but I'm taking it from Lori.
Okay, let's start with my game. Look,
Yeah,
I
how do
think
you
I
feel?
played a hell of a game.
Mm-hmm.
Some people might agree and some people might not, and that's their complete opinion and entitled to their opinion. You know, what a lot of people don't know is, well, no, everybody knows this. I mean, I was banished on day one.
Yeah.
I came back after a whole shit ton of alliances started happening. Like, Jack was already doing his whatever magic and creating his 871 alliances.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just worried about not being a target. And from there on was on the block the following week and then the following week. And that's already a month of me not being able to get a hold of this tight click that I knew happened, whether it was an alliance or not. Like, who cares? You know, but I thought I did good for what it was. Look, a lot of the times I was on the block with people that I aligned myself with, and that sucks altogether. You know, it sucks that I had to not campaign against Kemi, but look, a lot of people think, hey, why in the world did she pick Mickey to play the veto for her? She could have picked anybody else. I did not want those nominations to change.
Right.
If you know that someone's target, that you're not somebody's target and that you're a pawn, you know pawns go home.
Yeah.
I would rather Jackson try to throw it or win it and not use it. I didn't want Sam to use it. I wanted it to stay the same and lay low. You lay low. That's what you do. I think people were expecting me to make my big move, but I made my big move when I had to make it, which was the HOH. They were going to go up, you know, regardless.
Yeah.
And after the fact, it became a little bit harder because now my people are on the block and you're getting a whole bunch of other information and you just,
Okay.
But I thought I played a good game. I was not asleep, guys.
Okay.
They don't let you sleep.
Would you play again?
I would definitely play again in an all-star situation. Just give me some time to contact all the alum and get really good, you know, have really good individual relationships with absolutely everybody prior to coming into the house.
And then what would you do, Jessica? Look, you got in, so let's play for 1 second. You have your relationships with these people.
PTSD.
But now you're in, and you're friends with everyone. You're friends with Rachel. You're friends with Derek. Who else did you say that? Oh, Evil Dick, I think you said you liked.
Wait.
Nicole.
Wait.
Okay.
I mean, not Evil.
Look, I'm on board. I don't like him either, and I don't care. So let's just go with Nicole, Derek, I forgot who the other one. Rachel Riley. So you're there with Nicole, Derek, Rachel Riley. What's your plan? You guys are friends.
We're friends. We're going to make an 8-person alliance.
Okay.
And start taking everybody down.
No, you've already failed, Jessica. This is why you need me. Here is what you're going to do, Jessica. You are going to instantly go to Rachel because she is going to be the most unstable of the three of them playing again. You are going to tell Rachel, hey, Rachel, I know we had a preseason alliance, but it really seems like Derek is linking back up with Nicole. We got to get them out. And then you are going to start the chaos within the own group, and then you step back, Jessica.
Yeah. And just go back into the bushes.
I love Rachel, and of course I am kidding. Who was going to be, Annie wants to know, who was going to be your replacement if someone else had won veto when you were HOH?
It probably would have been one of the six. I really didn't want to go that route. And I know that, Nicole told Nick that he would have been my backdoor option. Not going to say that I didn't say that in a moment of heat and getting very, very upset. But I needed to break.
Right.
I needed to break that. So, of course, you know, it could have well been Nick too. I mean, he was definitely an option. But then my target would have changed and Mickey would have gone home because it would have had to. Like they were already bros like 2 days later.
Mm-hmm.
You know, bros, they get mad and they get back together and
yeah. Maria Mom wants to know, what was your reaction when you learned that Kat was actually the mole in the house?
Was she the mole?
Oh, so you don't know that she was the mole in the house?
Well, I knew she had loose lips. I didn't ever try to tell that girl anything. She's my best friend in the house, but that does not mean I aligned with her in a lot of her choices because I've had a few issues with her about just randomly telling people things that you just, I mean, like, why are you going to tell somebody this?
Right.
It just makes no sense. And we had that even before she left. But,
okay, no.
I think everybody was the mole. Honestly, like everybody talked so much shit that it was insane. You really couldn't tell absolutely anything to anybody. Like not nobody. I mean, you couldn't tell anybody.
I saw. Okay, I saw. Becca wants to know. Have you been told that specifically Nicole did try to help you by telling you about the 6? I guess she's saying, do you realize that Nicole did in the game, there were moments really try to help your game?
Definitely. And I knew she also was trying to help too many people's games. And it's what didn't let me trust her. Fully. And actually, one of the biggest reasons why my relationship with Nicole was so rocky in terms of game was because I couldn't understand why she was good friends with Bella and Nick once, you know, she knew that they had thrown me Bella had thrown me under the bus. She had thrown everybody under the bus with the Black Widows. Nick, Nick at that time was quote unquote, I'll say bullying her, but I don't, obviously the word bully is very,
right. Sure.
So I'm just saying, repeating what other people are saying.
Right.
But, I didn't understand how she could be so close to them and then tell me he's a liar, he's a snake, he's a this, he's a that, don't trust him. And then know that she's trying to get Kemi to stay versus me. You know what I mean? Like she's campaigning for Kemi to stay. There were a lot of things that I knew in the background that was just like, what? I want to trust this girl so much and I love her, but I don't understand her process.
Right. Let me ask you this, because I mean, I don't want to answer for her. Have you talked to her about that, like post-season? Has she explained what her thought process was in making those decisions?
No, actually, she has not. But in all fairness, it's so hot right now. Everybody's just trying to be with family and kind of coming down from this high. So I do want to be able to talk to her, and I told her that I would message her once I started watching the actual shows and the lives and things of that nature. But it's still a process. Sometimes just thinking about it kind of gives me a little anxiety. So.
Oh, well, then you're not going to like this. Jessica, live, we're bringing in Nicole. No, I'm totally kidding.
That would be awesome.
No, it was, because I will say, from the Nicole show, which everyone can go watch back, she did say nothing that other than good things about you, and that, she was just trying to maneuver through the game the best way she thought she could.
And I know, and I know that she's amazing. I love her. For people who think that, I tried to bash her game or do whatever, blow up her game. Like, no, like never did I tell people that she told me a thing. I was trying to maneuver. How can I go about the information she's giving me without blowing up her game and with trying to figure out who's saying what. But you know what? The thing is that there is no truth to anything. It's everybody's perception. And
sure.
And that's what you work with.
And I mean, either way, whether, like, I mean, it is the game is the thing. Like, if you did use it to blow up her game, that's the game. If she used it to affect your game or to better her, like, that's the game. I don't think, like you said, that it has a lot to do, or I hope, or what I want for people, the players postseason, is that they can try and separate game from personal, which I know is very easy for me to say, not having to have that experience. But I feel like your cast was a great cast. One that I have not seen in a long time, able to separate game and personal in some situations.
Really?
Oh, I think so, yeah. Because
wow.
So many fights that I watched, they were like, you're trying to just destroy my game, and I think you're the worst human in this game. But by the way, I love what you wore today. You look great. And then they would be like, but I'm putting you on the block. I'm putting you on the block.
Yeah,
exactly.
Let's all do a gratitude circle.
Yeah, exactly. Let's all go do that. And then we're going to make tacos for dinner, right? You guys want tacos? But your ass is going home. But, like, extra lettuce? I was just like, oh, God, you guys are really okay with flipping this back and forth. Janice
I'm not okay with that, by the way.
Okay, so you were not okay with it. For the record, you're not.
For the record, Jessica was like, fuck this kumbaya bullshit. No, just kidding.
Well, Jessica, another reason why if you go back in that house, I'm going to need you to bring your can of gasoline and your lighter, and when you see stuff happening, just sprinkle the gasoline and throw the fire. You just got to be, and I think you can do it better than Bella did it. See, Bella's problem was she was doing it way too publicly and out in the open. You just have to, like, throw the gasoline when no one's looking, and then, like, have a night terror and light the match or something.
The issue with me is, like, I'm just too damn nice for my own good. I wanted to play, I don't know, I'm stupid, hi, I'm dumb, but I wanted to play an honest game. Mm-hmm. And
you can't.
I thought that I could maneuver it in a way. So, sue me for wishful thinking. It's 2019. I wanted an all women's alliance. Did I create it? No, that shit was totally on Bella. Mm-hmm. I just named it. I did not start it.
Right.
Okay. And you don't say no to an alliance. You just don't say no. Like, what am I going to do? I knew Bella was coming after me. I needed to, be on her good side. But if I was to play, I would need to bring out a little bit more of the sassy. Yeah,
you would have to.
Know. And I play a better, more. I wouldn't take it so seriously. I feel like I had a lot to prove in this season, and that's why I wanted to make sure I was in the game long enough to be able to fall off the damn wall.
Right.
In all honesty, like I was on the wall for a good 15, 20 minutes. And for a girl who's over 200 pounds, that's not easy. That's just hard. If I fell off 6 feet of, on a hard ass mat.
Yeah. No,
I wanted to prove that. I wanted to get to the point where I could get up there regardless of how scary that shit was, because it was creepy. I mean, it was terrifying.
I would not want to be on it. Janice K, and a lot of people actually asked this, if you could have picked anyone to bring to the final 2 with you, like, let's say you knew that whoever you pick would end up sitting next to you on finale night, who would you have wanted that person to be, and why?
I would have wanted it to be Nicole. A lot of people don't know that, but, like, we looked at each other prior to feeds, and we were like, us two, we got each other's back. And it wasn't like a final 2, but it was someone that I knew that I wanted to put my trust in her. And obviously things change. But I mean, I love everything about Nicole. Obviously, she's America's favorite for a reason,
right?
And I'm so glad that wasn't just strategy, and that's just her person, because that was the difference. I didn't know if it was game or if it was or if it was just her shining through. And I'm so glad that it's her. But
Hola Jules says, do you think that not keeping Kat was a mistake for anyone? I loved how hard you fought all night to save your ally and friend.
Yeah, well, hola, Jules. I no, she was, in my eyes, she was a ride or die. That's a ride or die bitch right there, you know? There was nothing that she had ever done. I know that she was the mole and told people, like, I mean, gossip is gossip, and you talk, and yeah, she didn't have the best, like, in my eyes, she didn't have the best game strategy. For me, I know she could have messed up my game pretty well, but she took me off the block. You know, she just needed another moment. I thought she could have been a comp beast. You know, she had a lot of what it took to win. So, yeah.
Okay, Cheryl 516 wants to know, what are your thoughts on Jackson cheating on Slop, and how do you feel about it?
Well, yes, a lot of people have kind of given me that. From what I know, he's not owned up to it. So, you know, if it is true, if that is true, then I think it sucks. Right. I think it sucks. As a woman who, like I said, as a 200-pound woman who was also on Slop and having to go on it, I never in a million years did I think about cheating on a slop. And if he cheated, why was he such a raging ass that week? I mean,
have you ever been hangry?
He was angry. He was hangry.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, why he cheated on Slop? Impossible. Why is he so damn hangry then? Like,
I am the thing that I don't get. I mean, or I think a lot of people don't, like a lot of fans don't get, is we've kind of asked this question to everybody that we've talked to so far, and everybody's reply kind of like is yours, like, I haven't seen it, and it sucks if he did it, yada yada. I mean, I guess you can't really do anything about it. I'm just wondering why none of you guys have actually went and looked and been like, oh God, he really did do it. He really did do it.
Oh, you want to know why? Because I'm over Jackson being a topic of conversation for me. Like,
well, then let's move on. Perfect. Let's move on because here,
you know, I mean, no, not you. And is that a sarcastic joke?
No.
You know, I'm being sassy here.
No, I love it. Well, here's what I do want to say to you. And look, you have Chad on your side, obviously. Here's what I want to say to you, because we're almost at an hour, and that has flown by super quickly. Do you want me? You do have a lot more questions. Do you want me to go for like 10 or 15 more minutes?
Yeah, sure. Okay. I have time.
Okay. So let me ask you this question about Jackson. No, I'm kidding.
And we're done. No, I'm just kidding. We can talk about Jackson. I mean, I have a lot of things that I could say about Jackson.
Well, go. What would you like to... How about this? What would you like to say about Jackson right now, and then we'll move on from Jackson questions?
No, there's nothing that I have to say about Jackson. Look, the thing is, he's just not a topic of conversation. I don't lose sleep over him. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So...
Well, I'll say this, and then we can really move on. It is from Kayla, because she did ask specifically, do you have any thoughts on the postseason controversy around Jackson? You know... Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I didn't vote for Jackson, and it was not because I was all woman empowerment. Look, I know how hard it is to kind of fall back and try to lay low, and knowing Jackson and knowing that Holly was kind of playing that backseat where she said she was pulling reins, I totally believe it. Like he could have gotten probably kicked out for like a lot earlier for other decisions that he would have made in the game that Holly maybe suggested or didn't suggest for him to not do. You know, it is what it is. I'm just more mad that he didn't take the time and the opportunity with the question that we asked him to really address,
Right.
what was going on. And he kind of said, I didn't do that. And it's kind of like, I didn't do that. I didn't do that. And
Right.
own it. If that was your
Unfinality.
gameplay, say,
Right.
yeah, that was a gameplay. Own it,
Here is what I'm going to ask, and I'm going to ask this in a way that neither one of us are going to get in trouble. So just ask it exactly as as I'm asking it, because the chat is very confused. You don't have to elaborate. You said that you thought Jackson would get kicked out for some of the things that he did. Do you mean get kicked out of the game, or do you mean voted out of the house?
Oh, yes. I mean, sorry. No, not kicked out of the game by no.
Right, you meant
Not
voted
kicked
out of the game.
by superiors. I'm
Gotcha.
talking about voted out. Sorry,
Gotcha.
I should
Okay.
have been more clear. I meant I'm surprised
Right. Okay.
is more voted off. Evicted.
No. Okay, perfect. I saw that people were asking, what was one of your favorite moments from Jury?
Ooh. From Jury.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many. You know what? Really, Jury for me was just a time to actually journal and look at beautiful sunsets and get in the pool and have a beer in the pool. You know what I mean? It was like the really little things, and getting to know each individual on a different basis. Game is not involved anymore. This is who they are. You don't have to worry about getting evicted for saying shit. You can speak freely. There's no cameras, everything. Aside from the fact that I still didn't get to see or talk to my loved ones, it was a great experience to kind of reacclimate to little things.
Okay. Annie says on that same note about Jury, who were you most relieved or excited to see come into the jury house, and why?
I wasn't.
You weren't?
I mean, I was the fifth juror.
Right.
At that time, I was more excited to see Kat when I came in, and then I wasn't as excited anymore because I couldn't. Christy and Tommy. I mean, I was like 7. I was.
You still had some come in. Okay, well, now Jill Curry on that same point says, how hard was it for you being away from your husband for so long and not being able to communicate with him?
That is hard. And I think there is a meme about it. Of course, there's a GIF. There's a GIF about it. Kind of like that psychotic, crazy pan into me. Like there's like this meme where they're just going into my face and I look super psychotic and I'm just thinking, and they're like, what the hell's going on with Jessica? Well, those are usually the moments when I'm thinking about my husband. And it's weird. He was here for 100 days without me, taking care of home and house, and like my babies were here, and I knew that they were having a hard time watching me.
I still remember. I do remember that moment in the house. I remember there was that one week where they were like, Jessica doesn't seem well, and there was like a lot of talk of like, is Jessica okay? And I was like, oh god, here we go.
Like, let's get something straight. All of them had the same kind of crazy looks. Just because I was trolled more does not mean anything. Absolutely anything. There were times where in that house where I saw some really crazy blinked off stairs.
Yeah. Again.
It happens. You're thinking and you're just like, why the hell am I here? Sometimes you are in that house like, why the hell am I here? Like, I was the only one who was practically not using the stool, and because I just could not, mind.
I mean, you probably could have. I mean, I would have used that stool, but you could have used a stool.
Horrid. That would have been horrid.
Yep.
But, those moments happen, and that was the hardest part is knowing that they're watching me on the block week after week.
Yeah.
That I'm the one who's getting ostracized by the
Mm-hmm.
house and not getting told things. And
Right. I mean, I can't imagine how hard it is for family members to have to watch other family members go through this game. I would imagine that that is extremely difficult. Jill E. Bean 80 wants to know, how well is your career going now that you are outside of the house? Has it been exciting? We know that you've done Bold and the Beautiful. Are there any other exciting changes coming for you?
definitely. Oh wow. I mean, I was on a photo shoot the day, when people
Mm-hmm.
were in Vegas,
Vegas. Yep.
so it's been trying to just get back to the normal. As of right now, there are a few things in the works that I really can't talk about, but
Mm-hmm.
y- I guess what I would say is things are working really well. It was not my intention for I it wasn't my intention to get this type of, love and publicity and whatever
Mm-hmm.
that's come out of the BB house. I really do love the game. Um but at the same time, I want things to kind of, well, they're never going to be normal,
Mm-hmm.
but uh, I'm excited. I'm excited for the opportunities for some. Tomorrow I'm speaking at a plus size conference, and that's more of what I wanted to do, or more speaking engagements, and be a lot more vocal about the things that I love: breast cancer awareness and anti bullying and body positivity and women empowerment. These are all things that I now have a platform for. So I'm really, really excited that I
Yeah.
get to share those things.
I saw a lot of people ask this too. I'm going to take it from James 7Q wants to know, did anything happen in the real world while you were in the game that shocked or surprised you?
In the real world, to
Like pop culture,
oh my
politics,
God, so much.
news.
Well, obviously, a lot of the political
Mm-hmm.
climate with the whole impeachment or process, um, Miley Cyrus getting divorced. It's like, what?
I gotta tell
Huh?
you, I'm going to tell you this right now. Your whole cast has said Miley Cyrus. So Big Brother missed out on having you all bond over Miley Cyrus, is what I'm saying.
I'm saying, and the whole Justin Bieber getting married twice, like, what is
Ugh.
that about? I'm like, what is going on? No, I mean, the Miley Cyrus one was the shocker. Actually, Caitlyn gave me that information, and she had it on her
Mm-hmm.
she had it on her Instagram like live, and
Right.
the shock face was definitely memeable on my
Yeah.
face, because I was like, what?
Love Dumb wants to know, if you could redo your HOH, would you have done it any differently, or would you still have done it the same exact way?
I would have done it absolutely exact same way. Again, like I said, I wasn't able to explain my process a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and that's one of the things that I regret the most. But I always was going to target an alpha male. There was no way. If I had to play dumb, if I had to, kind of smile when there were certain things that, you know, I didn't necessarily agree with, that was my mission. I've read some comments about, oh, Jessica, she's not going to make the big move. Oh, she's going to have Tommy and Chrissy in her ear. Kat's going to run it. Yada 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 yada. Well, it is what it is. That's exactly what I was going to do. Um, had it been a week earlier, it could have been Nick. I kind of wanted Nick out for a long time, but then I realized he just wasn't the head honcho.
Mm-hmm.
So I needed to make a big move. You're only HOH once or twice in a season.
Right.
Once you make it, I'm like, well, I'm going to put a big target on my back, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it, because if you have power like that, why are you not going to take down a big threat? It
Right.
just doesn't make sense.
I completely agree. You got this from a ton of people too. I'm gonna take it from Rachel Ann on Twitter. Wants to know, what was your favorite moment in the game, and what was your favorite comp that you played in?
Actually my favorite comp that I played in. Oh, there are so many. I would have to have say La Ba. Let's see. I really did enjoy Tossed in Space, and that
Mm-hmm.
was the veto that I won, and that was mainly because all the guys were so close to throwing up. It was funny. It was just wow, these big ass guys, these manly men on the
Yeah.
floor about to throw up because they can't handle a little turn.
Yeah.
It was fun.
It
Uh,
was. I always like to ask, because again, this, for some reason, I can't believe how many people want to know this. It always surprises me. Would you ever do Survivor?
Absolutely not.
Oh, thank God. I was like, really?
Zeros. Come on.
Same. Oh,
I
please,
mean,
same.
come on.
The challenge.
Oh, no.
I wouldn't
That's
even.
too much drama for me. I'm sassy and I'm all of that, but yeah, no.
What about Amazing Race?
Yes, I would definitely do Amazing Race.
And who would you want to do Amazing Race with if you could do it from anybody from your season and anybody in general? Like, it doesn't have to be just someone from your season.
I would probably say I would love to do it with Kat because I think she's just enough crazy to entertain myself and me be able to kind of be like, no, stop doing that. Let's go here. And then, I think we have a great dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
So I love Kat. I think that would be great. And then with another person that is not Kat from a different season, you said?
Yeah, anyone. It can be anyone. Like anyone in your real life, anyone. It doesn't have to be a Big Brother person.
Real life.
It can literally be anyone. If you wanted to be another Big Brother person player, you can pick from anyone.
I would do it with my husband. I know that sounds so cheesy, but
no, that's who I would.
He's an amazing man. He's physical. He is an amazing mental comp beast.
Right.
This man.
Yeah. No.
I mean, I know it's not BB, but he's very well traveled and he knows so much. He's a smart man.
Diane BB Feeds fan said, we saw your performance in the fashion show. I absolutely loved it. It was amazeballs. How did you come up with the idea for it? By the way, girl, you killed it.
Wow, thank you. Okay, so something that people probably don't know about me is that I took African dance classes in college. Mm-hmm. So this was so, I don't know. I was so nervous. And the thing is when they said it, all of a sudden you have to do an interpretive dance. And I'm like, what? Like, what does it have to do with modeling? Mm-hmm. And then I don't know. I said, fuck it. Let me just go ahead and do it. I'll do it. And then I just didn't think about anybody else. And like all of their faces were priceless. I think that was the first time they were like, what the hell? What happened to Jessica?
Right. Melanie wants to know, is there anyone that you 100% will or 100% won't keep in touch with post-season?
Ooh. Let's see. I 100% will keep in contact with, at least on my end, if I see that it's reciprocated, obviously. I've reached out to Nicole, like I've talked to Nicole, Kemi, Kat, Christy, Tommy.
Oh. Okay.
And Obi and David.
Okay. I'm blah, blah, blah. If you had won the final HOH part 3 and if Holly had won the final HOH part 3 and voted out Jackson, do you think that would have been the biggest move in her game and would have awarded her the win from the jury? I think a lot of people, like, this end game there were so many options, and literally one competition could have changed the entire thing, which I mean, I know is true for any season, but most seasons, it has been such a steamroll to the end that there was never really a chance for other options. This season, it could have went any way so many times. So I think fans are just curious, like, do you have any pulse on what you would have done or what you think the jury would have done if the outcome of those final two would have been any different? So had Holly won and got rid of Jackson, do you think the jury would have awarded her the win sitting next to Nicole?
I think so. I mean that would have been a savage move. I would have applauded her for that. If Nicole would have done that and gotten rid of Mickey and brought Holly, I would have voted for Nicole. Because they very much kind of played similar games.
Mm-hmm.
In a way, I feel like Nicole's was more honest, to be quite honest.
Yeah, I think Nicole did play a very honest game, or she tried to play a very honest game. Our Les says, please tell Jessica that she is a wonderful girl who reps my hometown. And what I want to know is, did being considered an outcast or a or outsider in the house affect your self-esteem? And what did you do to overcome that? I know you kind of said that obviously things affected you, but she wants to know, what did you do to get over that?
Oh, yeah, definitely. And I think it does. It messes with you. Look, the people, each individual that's on cast or that's casted, it's pretty much a big deal they're pretty much a big deal where they come from.
Right.
Like you have all these 16 people and they're all very, very different.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing that they have in common is that out of all of their own friends from back from home, they're either the ones that are the most, they're the liveliest, they are not the coolest, but they are very bubbly and they're loved and they're loud. And then you come into this house and everybody is kind of talking over each other. You realize, I got to find some differences really, really quick. How am I going to maneuver this? And then I got banished. And so obviously when I got banished, I couldn't trust anybody at all, because the people that said that they were going to vote for me did not.
Right.
Now I'm bagged by a squirrel. I fight my way back. I'm petty as hell. I'm pissed off at absolutely everybody. And I need to make friends with you. And then I realized that I'm not in the in crowd.
Right.
And now I have to play nice. My whole game strategy was to literally have individual relationships with people. Yeah. If that made me a floater, if that did, it is what it is. You got to do what you got to do to survive.
Right.
And that's how it was. Did it hurt my feelings? Yeah. Did I see a lot of exclusion in that house? Yes. Did I see there was a clique? Yes. Is that the name of the game? Yes. Could it have been nicer? Could they have been?
Sure, everyone can be nicer.
Sure, everybody could be a little bit nicer, but if you're not a nice person, then you're not a nice person. That's how it is, Right. And I'm not saying that none of them are nice. There's a lot of people that love each individual person. Some of it's gameplay, some of it can be debated.
Right. And I mean,
I've been throwing the F-bombs, but I want to make sure that.
Yeah. Oh, sure.
Okay. It fucks with your mental. It does. It messes with your psyche. And anybody who's to say different is lying. Nobody wants to be ostracized. Nobody wants to feel that way. I was insanely the mentality in the house that you can provide 4 or 5 weeks of safety for somebody just shows to me that wow. Seriously?
Right. Yeah.
You can do that?
And I mean, first of all, some people just can't help it if they are horrible people because they were born in New Jersey. So Well, Jessica, I want to give you full screen to say what it is you want to say to all of your fans that came out here tonight to talk to you. But first, I want to remind everybody we're going to do it super quick this time. If you've missed any of our content back, check it all out over on our website, yourrealityrecaps.com. Of course, /BB21 if you're looking for our Big Brother 21 content, flashback times, shows with past house guests, daily live feed update shows, trash draft information, this season or any of the past 12 seasons of Big Brother, or our Amazing Race, Survivor, Bravo, tons of content on our website. Check it all out over there. Links are below. You know that we do the shows live on YouNow. That's where all of our Big Brother shows are, so make sure you're following us there so you get alerted every time we go live. Make sure you're also following us on TV Co, because that's where our recap shows are for Survivor, Bravo, Amazing Race, stuff like that. If you guys miss them live, you can watch them back on YouTube or iTunes, or of course our website is the most helpful place to watch them back. Make sure that you thumbs up and subscribe. Leave a comment below. If you are watching on YouTube, 5-star rating and a nice review in iTunes is so helpful. Of course, if you want to financially help support our shows, consider becoming a patron at yourrealityrecaps.com/patron, or if you have any Amazon shopping to do, use our link, yourrealityrecaps.com/Amazon. You can always do a one-time donation at yourrealityrecaps.com/PayPal. Of course, following us on Instagram, we really would appreciate if you guys did that, and just sharing our content anywhere you see it on social media, putting it in places where it might not be shown or you think it would do well. All great ways to help support our shows. That being said, Jessica, what do you want to say to all of your fans that came out here tonight to hear from you?
Hola, mi gente, my people. I love you guys. Thank you so much for all of the support that you've given me all season. I'm glad that I could have been an inspiration for some of you, and that I could even make you laugh in the dire season that we had at times. So I want to let each and every one of you know that I do genuinely love all of the support. Be kind to each other, seriously. It was a game. I'm taking this with a grain of salt. I honestly, it was a tough season, but I did the damn thing, and if y'all don't think so, that's okay, because it doesn't faze me.
No, these are your fans, Jessica. These are the people that came out because they love you.
Oh yeah, but other people do come out because they troll hard. So, I mean, it's a mixture of both. But I know that
do we care about those people?
Are lovers.
Yes.
Know, right? Exactly.
We don't care about the troll
I love them too, from very, very far away.
Oh, I don't love them at all. I think you're horrible, rotten people. You're horrible, rotten people. But thank you for letting me do a mean tweets video that I get to put out every Christmas. It's a tradition here. Okay.
I use my own memes. I think they're hilarious.
Look, I already said I love it. We both have very expressive faces, something that we can't help.
Exactly.
I saw a lot of people asking, are you gonna be making a P.O. box?
I didn't think about that, but I will. I was just told that I needed to do, I think like 3 days out, I needed to do a cameo. So like I just put that up there too. I don't know. If I need to put a P.O. box, I'll do a P.O. box. If I need to put up a cameo, put a cameo.
In all honesty, whatever about the cameo, but I really think that you should do a P.O. box, just again, because I think there are probably a lot of people who would love to tell you personally how much you inspired them watching you all season. So I know a lot of people like to write letters. I think that is a great reason to have a P.O. box.
That's amazing.
Oh, well, you're going to get a ton. I think even people that you think would never get... I get letters from people telling... And I'm like, I helped you. So trust me, and I'm nobody. You will get letters from people because you actually are doing something amazing to inspire people. So you should do that 100%. Put it on your Instagram. Now, where would you like people to follow you? I do have your Instagram and your Twitter above your head, but for the people that are watching or listening in audio only later, where do you want people to follow you on social media?
Yeah, I mean, those are the most important ones is my Instagram at Milagros Plus. My Twitter is the exact same handle. I do have a Facebook, so it's Jessica Milagros. And absolutely anywhere, really.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, I have to point out, we talk a lot of times about number one fan. I do have to point out that Zach in chat is like your number one fan. He is like, please adopt me, Jessica. Please, like, he loved your game all season and thought that you were the best. So shout out to Zach for loving you and your game.
Yes, shout out to Zach. Thank you so much. This is also surreal for me. Seriously, I'm a piece of humble pie. I'm so flattered and honored.
Well, I want to ask the last question that I always take from our town, and it is there anything that you learned about yourself coming out of this Big Brother experience that you didn't know about yourself before you started this journey?
Definitely. I think that I'm not quite as vocal about my thoughts and my process in not just in the game. Mm-hmm. I'm not someone who talks to myself. I'm not someone who really goes through that external process. Mm-hmm. It was very hard to be vulnerable at times on my end. Right. And I think I found it to be quite therapeutic when I started learning those things about myself, and that I was insanely I feel like I was very patient and I was very impressed by how much patience I had, and that I don't have a poker face. Seriously looking at all of those looks that I gave, I was like, who is that? Right. And yeah.
Well, I think that, like I said, we loved watching and being inspired by you this season, Jessica. I love your story. I love how you empower women, and I think that I know your fans that were here to watch you live, they all love you. So I just want to say thank you on behalf of all of them for coming out to answer some questions.
Thank you for having me.
And we hope that you will come back and talk more Big Brother, reality TV.
I would love to, because now I'm going to be watching feeds. And,
all right.
And let's do something straight. I don't just empower women. I empower people.
Okay.
I don't want to I don't want to look like a man hater, because I totally am not. I'm married. I love strong men, just not in this game.
And I agree with you. And I mean, look, I, as a white man, am feeling very empowered, so someone needs to empower the women.
Yes, I'm so happy about that.
No, I just know, that was your edit. My point is, that was your edit, was that. So I think a lot of people, I remember what it was like to watch, gay people on TV when I was a kid, and like how much that inspired me. So I think you are very inspirational to all people. But yes. So I hope you will come back, talk more here on TV Co. And we can't wait. We can't wait to see what the future holds for you, Jessica. We will all be here rooting for you.
Thank you so much, Eric. Thank you for having me.
Bye, everybody. You guys have a good night. Thanks, everybody. Bye, guys.